Alright, welcome back to another episode of the 100 Days Design Challenge, Xpress-Pixels, and today we are diving right into a different team of design altogether. Alright, let's just dive into what we have for today. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my canvas size. Okay, create new. The canvas size I'm working with today is 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels. Just click create. So once you're done with that, it opens the canvas for you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to import here is my resource. So I'm just going to go into where I have my resource file here. This is the first one. I'll just take this, I'll drag and drop it out of Photoshop. Okay, good. This one. And then the next thing I want to do is add the title. I'll go back into my files again where I have my resources. This is the title. So this is just a text effect that was edited. So maybe in that video I'll show you how you edit text effects. Okay, so this is one of the text effects that I edited it to get a title, paint and Rave. I'm going to take this, drag and drop it out of Photoshop. I'm going to place here. Good, so let's just reduce this. Okay, I'm going to place this here. Okay, so now next thing I want to do is import the next set of resource. Of course, I'm going to go in my file. This next set of resource I'll be using. So it's just a PNG file, a PNG image. Take this, drag and drop it out of Photoshop. I'm going to place this here. I'm going to place this here. Okay, so let's drag this up. I'm going to place this here. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is import my next of a resource. Okay, so the reason why it's looking easier for me is because I already have my resources arranged. Okay, so let's just go into what we have to do and then just finish it. So this is the next set of resource I'll be importing. I'm going to take this, drag and drop it out of Photoshop. I'm going to place this here. Alright, so now what I want to do is let me just expand this, expand it. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go into my selection tree, click on quick selection tool, sorry. Then I'm just going to select inside of here. Good. And I'm going to press Ctrl J. So let's unset this one at the back here. So this is all we needed. This is it here. I'm going to rotate this, press shift to rotate at a perfect angle, 90 on the box. I'm going to reduce the size of this, place this here. Let's just drag this out a bit, place this here. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate this. Let me just press Alt, click and drag. Reduce the size. Alright, place this here also. Alright, I'm going to import my next set of resources I'll be using. I'm going to go into my file, which is this here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag and drop it out of Photoshop. I'm going to place this here. So to blend this with the background, I'm just going to press Shift or S. Alright, so if you have a black background, if you want to blend it, you press Shift Alt S. If you have a white background, you want to blend it, press Shift Alt M. Alright, Shift Alt S to blend this, right? Good. So if you look at this now, there is a text at this corner here. So I'm just going to go to my brush to create a layer mask right on top of this. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe this out. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to let me duplicate this. I'm going to press Alt, click and drag and drop here. I'm going to press Shift to pull out, to drag and do. Let's reduce the size of this. Alright, so what I want to do next is add some text, of course. But before that, let me just write this down a bit. I don't want this bottom part to show here. Sorry, this here. Alright, good. So the next thing I want to do is add a text. I'm going to places. Let's assume where this stuff is happening is a place called F2. Swing F. 2, Control A. Let's increase the size of this. So now if you take a look at this particular font style does not allow text numbers. Like it's just alphabet only, it's not numerical. So I'm going to select another font that goes with this. Okay, let me say I use this for instance. Let's increase the size of this. Alright, place this here. So I'm going to change the color of this to white. I'm going to click here and change the color to white. Drag to where I have white. Good. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my shape. Okay, so once I've adjusted it, so I'm going to go into my shape and then I'm just going to this. I'm trying to create a line like this in the right to demarcate this. I'm going to go into colors and I'm going to change to white. Alright, so I'm going to add another text here. Just click and add text present. So I'm going to write the word present. I'm going to change this font. I don't want something too flat. I don't want to use something different from my font, the original font I was using. I'm going to change this into the original font I was using. Then I'm just going to reduce the size. Alright, so once I'm done with that, I'm going to add the next set of resources I'll be using. Or the next stuff I want to add on. Sorry, no resource. Next stuff I want to add on this flyer is just like some information, okay? But the first thing I want to add there is like the time 7 p.m. Alright, so let's not forget that the font we are using does not have numerical part, just alphabet. So what I want to do is let's just write the PM first. And change this with color here to dark green, a dark shade of green, and then I'm going to click OK. So now right in front of this, I'm just going to write the number 7. Let's select this and let's change the font. Let's change the font to this one here, the one we're using. For the numbers, we don't want something too different, even if it's not exactly the same thing. The idea is that we don't want something too different. Alright, okay, let me reduce the size of this. So just reduce the size of this and adjust it till it enters into. So this is where we want to place it, okay? Let me just click enter. Good. So now for the next thing I want to do is let me just duplicate this. I'm going to press Alt. I'm going to click and then I'm going to drag. So let's say this is the day. Let's just put Friday, FRI. Don't forget the font we're using is not this. So the title of the font I'll be using is One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest. One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest. So that's what we're using. In case you want to download it. I'll take this, I'll drag and let me place this here. Right now the next thing I want to do is add the date. So this Friday, let's say 28th May. So of course I'm going to replicate this. So right, I'll press Alt and then I'm going to click and drag. I'll edit this to May, MAY. Right in front of it, I'm going to put it TH, text TH, place it out. I'm going to write the text here, 28, number 28. I'm going to select this number 28. Don't forget why we are separating our numbers from the normal text is because the font we are using does not have numerical values, like it's just alphabets alone. So we have to look for an alternative. So I'm going to increase this, and once I'm satisfied, I'll just click OK, and I'm going to reduce the size of this here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. reduce the size of this here. Let's take this up and click enter. Alright, and then the last thing I want to add here is still text, but I'm going to place this here. So the text I want to add there is like reservation, RESERVA, for people that want to book reservations. Control A. Let's reduce the size. Let's drag this and place this here. Then click on enter. So let's still reduce the size of this. It's looking too much. Alright. The main thing I want to pop out there is the number itself, not this. So let's assume there's a number that needs to be called observation. So I'm just going to click on my text here and add, let me say, Shift plus 234 space 8034 119 89 whatever. So let's change the font of this. Let me change this to the other font rating. The other font rating is Made Soul Maze. Made Soul Maze. Okay. In case you want to download it, so I'm going to place this here right at the center here, and I'm going to increase the size of this. Okay. Alright, good. And then enter. Let's just adjust this a bit. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to take a screenshot of this. So to take a screenshot of this, I'm going to press Shift Alt Control Alt E. Then I'll go into my filter, and then I'm going to click on camera raw filter. Once camera raw filter opens, I'll just make a bit of changes. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to increase the texture first. Alright, so we want details on the page to be very clear. Increase the clarity, increase the vibrance, alright, and increase the delays. No, so don't increase that too much, okay? And then let's just click OK, enter. Alright, so this is before and this is after. So that will come to the end of the design class for today. I hope you learned something new. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to see you in the next video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you're watching from. Have a wonderful day.